Gold, platinum, and Grammy Award-winning musician Chris Botti. What made you fall in love with the trumpet?
When I turned on the Johnny Carson show so many years ago, and Doc Severinsen was playing the trumpet when I was 9 years old. That's what got me into it originally. And then a few years later, when I was 12, I heard Miles Davis on a recording, and it just sort of stopped me in my tracks, I guess. And I knew at that moment that I wanted to be a professional trumpet player for the rest of my life. That just the impact of that haunting, beautiful sound was really powerful on me.
Well, you've performed with everyone from Frank Sinatra to Sting to Lady Gaga and a global collection of symphonies. Beyond being wildly adaptable and flexible, how would you describe your musical inspiration and style?
So over the years, it's become a lot different than it started out. I mean, I'm a trumpet player by trade, but I think being a band leader and being able to curate an all-star band and shift the terrain of what we do musically instantly from song to song has maybe been one of my biggest calling cards, maybe even as powerful as the actual playing of the trumpet. And so I am lucky enough to tour the world with an all-star set of musicians, 3 singers and a violinist and core band, bass, drums, guitar, and piano. And it's just an amazing feeling to be able to go around the world 265 days a year. And this is our 16th year of a nonstop tour. So it's I feel very lucky.
What can we expect to see on stage at the Sandler Center for Performing Arts on April 3rd?
First of all, we played there a few times, and it's a beautiful, beautiful venue. And it's one of the most difficult things if someone has not seen my show to explain what it is, because everyone knows if they go see U2, they're going to be the 4 guys up there in a light show and they play the hits. But it's a little bit different with a trumpet. They don't really understand that it's an arc of a show, like where people are standing ovation or they're crying because the music's beautiful. But at its core, it shows real musicians that on a super, super high caliber level playing music together, which in this day and age is a lot more difficult than you think, because, everyone's got in-ear monitors on and they got music coming through computers and everything's pre-taped and they just play and they kind of go through the motions. You're really seeing like a throwback old school thing, to when Count Basie was with Sinatra or whatever, and great musicianship on stage that you're never going to see a better drummer or better violinist. And that has propelled us from city to city and being asked back. That's the real powerful thing. And so it's hard for me to explain, but I will tell you this, that if you come see our show, you won't be disappointed and you're going to leave going, oh my God, I had no idea. That's what basically happens every night when people come to the show with their first timer, and I'm happy about that.
What other music has been on your mind lately?
I hadn't heard this record in a long time, but it is Sinatra with Count Basie from the Sands 1968 live, and it's just, man, is it great. I had a chance my very first professional gig was playing in Frank Sinatra's band. I was 21 years old, and I got to see him, now I wish I could have seen him knowing what I know now about running a band and stuff like that. But I was in this band for 2 weeks and seeing him walk out on stage every night, man, it was a thrill. And so, yeah, I went back and checked that out, and that's some good music. I recommend it.